Que gusta al podcast.
A mí no me gusta, a mí me engorda.
I'll catch the hook.
Welcome everybody to the podcast. A mí no me gusta, a mí me encanta podcast. I want to welcome Sir Burpee
¿Qué huele,
in the
culitos?
house.
We out here, we active.
Yes,
Welcome.
sir. And my co-host, Prisma.
Hey.
And then myself, hi. So, I mean, do you want to introduce yourself? I mean,
Well, first of all, before I introduce myself, thank you guys for having me and giving me the opportunity to be on your guys' podcast.
thank you, thank you.
And I hope this is something big for you and you have much success in this.
Thank
You know, I'm all about support.
Yes,
And
sir.
thank you for having me once again. Y ojalá que salga esto por el techo.
Oh, yes, sir, yes, sir. I mean, I'm about support too, so I mean, I'm very happy to have you here. You know, I'm like, this was exciting to me, you know, like,
Yeah, I woke up this morning like, oh my goodness, oh my God, let's do this, you know. And as much as you've been on camera or as much as you do videos on IG, it's always nerve-wracking.
yeah,
You know? No matter who it is, who you're talking with. This is actually like my third time on a podcast, and it's always nerve-wracking, you know.
Mhm.
It's always like hyping it up. I'm driving on the way over here talking to myself like, come on, you got this, Burpee. Like, they hit you with the right, hit them with the left, you know.
Yes, yes.
So
That's good because I was late and I was more worried about making it in time.
yeah.
I told him, I said, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to be there.
well, I had messaged them and I was like, hey, you think I could come early? But me being early is being on time. And those who know me know I ain't lying. Those who know me know that I ain't lying. Like, we'll be going somewhere and they'll be like, everybody be here at 10. Burpee be here at 8, and I'll be there at 10.
Oh, I guess I'm not the only one.
Yeah, no, yo estoy bien quemado con la raza ya.
Para mí, it siempre is on time. Like, they tell me to get there at a certain time, and I'll actually like show up at that time.
Man,
Oh,
well,
yeah.
there's very few of you guys.
Yeah.
I'm never the early guy either. But yeah, I mean, te iba a decir eso de, you know, I want to talk a little bit on the truck scene.
Okay?
I know you have this theme song with Chingo Bling that you always play.
Yeah.
How did that come about?
Actually, Chingo Bling's a real good friend of mine. I've been rocking with him for a couple years already, and I was going through all his music one day, and you know how you're just sitting there and you're just listening to a song, and a lot of people don't have a favorite song. Like, I didn't have a favorite song,
Mm-hmm.
and that song just hit me, and it just got me up, and it got me going, and I'm not saying that it's not, but I'm not saying that it is my favorite song, but the most beautiful thing about that song is the people made it my song.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, so everywhere I would go to, whatever truck scene I was at, it could be Oklahoma, it could be Texas, they see me roll up and all you hear is puro party,
Exactly.
puro party. And that's amazing because he's a real good friend of mine, and I do support him, by the way. Shout out to Chingo Bling. And that song just hit, and everybody just went with it, and it didn't just become my song. It actually became kind of like a truck scene theme song.
To me, it's like a theme song for you. Like
Yeah,
sabes tú,
like my entrance.
You do a parade, you know?
Yeah.
You do a parade, you know, because you're always walking in front of your truck, sometimes driving it.
Yeah.
And that song's playing.
Yeah,
You know?
no, yeah, and I'm blessed, you know, I mean, I am who I am because of all of you guys, you know, and everybody in the truck scene. Like, they show me so much love, and it's amazing, like, when I go to a truck show and how many people walk up to me, and little kids, and it's an amazing feeling. Like,
Yeah,
I think you have to be in my shoes or in those shoes, like, when people are walking up to you, like, hey, man, you inspire me, and
Mm-hmm.
and I never did this for clout, I never did this for anything like that. It's just,
Just happened.
it just kind of happened, you know what I mean? Like, and then with that whole song, it's like everywhere I went, they started playing it, you know.
Yeah.
And it was cool when my buddy Ching was like, "Hey man, that song, it's hitting on." Like, bro, you're big here in Cali, you know. Like, people love you out here.
Exactly. So it's like, that's your song here in Cali.
Yeah, that's my song here in Cali. Like, no matter where I go, they want me to dance to that song. They want me to play that song, and I'll do it, you know.
Yeah.
My thing is to make everybody feel welcome. You know, I don't care what truck club you're in. I don't care where you're from or what you got, or if you don't even have a truck. Like, never feel like you can't walk up to me and talk to me.
Mm-hmm.
Never feel like you can't park next to me, you know, because there's a lot of that stuff going on nowadays. Like, like, oh no, you can't park. Like, bro, just park there. You know, it's just parking space. You know, it's okay.
Yeah.
You know, let's have a beer. Come on, let's have a beer. Let's chill. Like,
And that's how it should be.
That's my main thing. Like, I want everybody to feel welcome because a lot of people are intimidated from truck clubs. You know, especially like Team Billet is one of the biggest truck clubs there is out there. And sometimes I'll be joking around like, oh, watch it, you know, here comes Mr. Team Billet, or like, no, it's nothing like that, you know, like if they take the time to talk to us or even just come to our canopy where we're parked, have a conversation with us, they'll know like, hey, you know, these guys are pretty cool, you know, but I'm kind of like 50-50, you know, I'm my own Sasquatch in my own, you know, so I like to go around communicating with everybody, letting them know, you know, we're good and let's have a beer, let's party. Like, that's my getaway. That's not even kind of like everybody has that truck scene like as a hobby, and that's kind of like my lifestyle when it comes down to the weekends. It's not like oh, I want to go show off my trucks. It's like, no, I want to go party.
Yeah.
You know, I love my trucks, don't get me wrong, but I don't revolve around them, you know, like my buddy was telling me the last time, you know, you think you would be who you are without your truck? I said, you know what? My truck has a big part of my identity. You know, there's no way I can sell it because no matter who ends up with that truck, it's always gonna be Burpee's truck.
They're gonna know it's yours.
Yeah, they're gonna be like, oh, that's Burpee's truck.
The same color, maybe.
And I'm grateful for that truck, and he's right. You know, like I wouldn't be who I am now if it wasn't for that truck. But before that truck, I was just more of a motivator, more of a get that ass up, let's get to work. You know, that's how I started. I never started my Instagram with intentions of having a lot of followers or being anybody on social media, you know.
And you do have a lot of followers.
I have quite a bit of followers, and I'm blessed for that, you know, because I do get a lot of good feedback on them, and I tell them, you know, like it's not like I post to get more followers, you know. I can care less for that. It's just if I could get you up to get up in the morning, or if you're driving in the morning and you hear Banda Mexicano and you message me like, hey bro, you know, let's go, and then you message me with that song playing in the background, hey man, you know, I did something good today. I got somebody up. I got somebody going.
Exactly, and I like that about your page. I mean, you do influence. Like you like to, ¿cómo se dice? Be positive in the morning, pues.
That's the main thing. I'm a morning person.
Yeah.
If my wife couldn't be here sadly, but if you ask her, even she rolls her eyes. As soon as I wake up, it's like, good morning to you, and like she's just like, dude, go brush your teeth, like bro, like stop. But I think that's one thing about me that she I'm not gonna say she dislikes, but she's just like really it's 6 a.m, like it's my day off. Can you not good morning me right now?
But that's cool though. You wake up, so you always wake up like that, like happy, pues.
I do, and if it's not happy, I always got to stay positive because of the situations I've been in the past. You know, and a lot of people don't know, but when I do a video, that's me hyping myself up. Like, when I'm in a little slump, it's like, okay, boom. I'll put Pandora on, and right away I put Los Craquis or Banda Mexicano, and that's music that's just going to get you going.
Yeah.
You could be in church and that song comes in your head. It doesn't even have to be playing anywhere. And it's just like, you know, like, yeah, and then you're like, all right, Padre, Hijo, Espíritu Santo, ya vámonos.
Exactly.
Yeah, but I started doing those videos to hype myself up, man. Like, I've had mornings where it was like a little slump, and it's like, man, you know, like, here we go again. Yeah. But that was me pumping myself up, and along the way, I started motivating and pumping everybody up, and here we are having a podcast, like, you know? wondering how I wake up every morning, asking me if I'm really that way in the morning.
Yeah.
You know, so.
And sometimes people need that.
Yeah, that is true, because when I don't post, they'll message me like, hey, where's my morning video? Or the main ones are my Monday videos and my Friday videos. Those are the main ones they ask for. And they're exciting. They're exciting to make, and people are like, hey, how many times did it take you to make the video? One time. That's
one
it.
Take.
That's it. Just one time. There's been a few videos where my wife is around and I do them over and over, because like I've been with her for about almost 10 years, and if I try to make a video in front of her, it makes me nervous.
Okay.
You know, it makes me nervous, and I have to take and she'll be like, or sometimes she'll see me record. She'll be recording me from the kitchen.
Yeah.
And she'll be like, "Oh, look at take 5." But
That's
I usually when I'm by myself in my car, it's a one take video and let's go.
Yeah.
But it's only because I do it from the heart, bro. Like I said again, it's not something that I do for clout or me trying to sell anything to anybody. Like I'm just really out here loving life, you know, and life is loving me back. That's it, you know. And I'm not talking about financially wise or anything. It's just like I'm 38 years old and I can do a push up. I'm 38 years old and I could jump into a car and I can drive it. I'm 38 years old and I get to wake up in the morning and start my new day. You know, I'm 38 years old and I still continue to get blessed every morning by seeing another day.
There you go.
That is true.
Yeah. Just by waking up.
Just by waking up, you're already winning.
Yeah.
And I tell people, you know, like
Hay mucha gente que they don't get to see another day, you know?
there's a lot of people that are going through it, man. There's that are going through it and it's rough. It is rough. You know, I'm not gonna tell you life is easy. And I've always said on my videos, if life was easy, life would be boring. Life would be boring, like straight up.
It would.
And I tell people, you know, like don't sit there and say like, oh, why does she have it better than me? Or why does he have it better than me? Nah, they're just making the best of what they got.
Yeah.
So that's what we gotta do. We gotta make the best of what we got. People are like, oh, I wish I was in Burpee shoes. No, you don't. You don't want to be in my shoes because whatever I went through in life has made me the person that I am today. And what I've been through in life, I wouldn't want 98% of the people to go through what I went through. And when I say 98%, because I think 2% of the people out here need to go through what I went through so they can start to value life a little bit more, such as being able to take a shower whenever you want, or walking outside and smelling a flower. Shoot, walking outside and getting to see the sunrise.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You know?
So I have a question. Since
I have an answer.
Since I'm not, I was telling him I'm not into trucks, but it's interesting because I watched the last video. What got you into trucks?
My brother.
Okay.
My older brother, his name's Jay. Oh man, growing up, he was like the legend in the truck scene. We're from a little town called Parlier, and oh my God, he's had the most awesome trucks that I have ever seen in my life, and a lot of people can vouch for that. A lot of people in Shafter here know him. So he's known all over, since I was a little kid, I was like, I never had a dream truck. And I never thought I was going to have a dream truck. And I get emotional with this because he called me one day.
Okay, be yourself, huh?
Yeah, I
That's
know,
what,
for real.
that's what Fernando said. Be yourself.
He goes, damn, bro, like you surpassed me. And I was like, I was never trying to do that. I was just trying to be like you.
Wow.
Yeah. Just be yourself.
And God, like my wife's always like, no, like you're your own person, you know. You never had the intentions to be like anybody, but when it gets to my brother, I get emotional.
Yeah.
Cause I love that guy, and
he's what inspired you in the beginning.
Yeah, like he inspired me just to push in life
And to be where you're at now, from what it
yeah,
is.
and it's crazy because I never had a goal like, hey, you know what? I want to be like him, or I want to be here. I want to be here when I grow up. Now I always just said like, man, you know, my brother's doing it. Like, my brother's popular. Every truck show he went to, he was coming back with hardware. Wow. Like that guy, he had the baddest trucks. Like to this day, he has some of the nicest trucks, and it's awesome to see his son do the same way. Those guys, if it wasn't for those two guys, I don't think I would have what I have. Like when it comes down to the truck scene. Yeah. Because those guys, they bailed me out on a lot of stuff. Really? And they make fun of me. You know, they're always like, why do you got tools? You know, you don't even know how to use them. I'm like, hey, man, you never know who's around me that might be able to, that knows how to use them. Right. You know?
That's how I've been, too. Like, really? I'll be buying tools. I'll use it probably once, try it out.
Wow.
Y luego ahí se queda.
No. I wouldn't even do that. I just carry my tools, and because stuff happens in this custom truck thing. You can never take out your truck without breaking it. I don't care how bad it is. Something's always going to happen. You're going to cross a pothole and boom, there goes your billet wheel. True. And honestly, like I I've never been that type of person to worry about my trucks because my brother and my nephew. Something happens. Hey, little Jay, which is my nephew, like, hey, bro. He's like, where you at? I'll come get you. That's the thing he always says. You know, he always says that. And my brother, too, you know, like, if he gets a phone call from me past 10 o'clock, he's like, where you at? Drop your pin. I'm on my way. You know, and that's awesome, you know, because
That's cool.
they're the ones that usually work on my trucks with I got a good team.
Yeah.
I got a good team. They've always been there for me and they've helped me build some of the baddest trucks that I've owned, you know.
That's cool. Oh, talking about them, the theme of them, like how you have them, like it's the EBT card.
Oh yes,
right?
yes. I get a lot of feedback on that.
Yeah.
Like I'll be stepping back, like I'll be sitting on the chair and I just be watching people walk around, and every time they walk by and they see the bumper, and they'll go and grab that person, like, whoa.
Yeah.
Every time they'll take pictures of it, they'll record it, and they'll turn around like, whose truck is it?
Is it on Instagram? Because I barely started following you for the.
Yes, my truck's all over.
What's your Instagram? So
She's
can
new
follow
to.
you. Yeah.
I'm bringing her into the truck scene.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, my Instagram is Sir Burpee.
Oh, there you go. Look
those
out for
have
that
not followed
EBT.
me- Yeah, the truck has been around for a few years already. I think I'm at the point where I can't do anything else to it.
No. Ya está.
I could take it off and just do a full frame, but no disrespect to anybody. And anybody in the truck scene is going to agree with me. All fabricators take forever.
Yeah.
And I know I might hurt some feelings, but fabricators, come on, step your game up. Because there's a lot of people out there wanting to do body drops, wanting to do full frames, but they're scared because nobody wants to be on the sidelines for 2 or 3 years. Because that's how long they're taking when it shouldn't. And if you want it in a month, you got to pay ridiculous prices, like $60,000.
Wow.
God damn.
You know, like, man, like.
And what is that when they do that? When they fabricate the frame?
The fabricators, when I say fabricators, is people that come in, take the shell off the frame itself, and just pretty much blow it apart, cut the back half off, do a bunch of metal work, like twisting bars and making it look pretty. Then you send it to get powder coated, which is painted, kind of painted, and just pretty much do different things on your frame than an ordinary frame. Like my frame, Clean Concepts did it out of Fairmont, I think. Shout out to Scott Van. He's the one that I bought that truck from. I bought it from him, body dropped all the way around on 28s, which he did a fantastic job. It's whatever he did to it, it has not broke. Only one time the wishbone broke, but hey man, that truck's been bagged for over 8 years.
Sheesh.
And those who know me know that I can get into that truck if I wanted to and drive it straight to Texas without an issue.
Damn.
Wow.
Yeah. I love that truck. It's not my favorite truck, but it's my personality. It's my identity.
Mm-hmm. You know? How many trucks do you have in that you bring to the shows right now?
Well, I just sold two of my 454s just recently, only because I thought they were my dream trucks, and I guess it's something that I always wanted growing up. Was like I said, like I never. Let's go back to, because people are gonna be like, oh, I thought he didn't have a dream truck. No, but I always wanted an OBS, which is an old body style.
Yeah.
But I wanted a 454. I was blessed enough to own two of them.
Okay.
You know, and they were both 93s, but I couldn't do anything to them. You know, they had to stay original because if not, they're going to drop value. So they went from me wanting a 454 SS to, oh, those are my boring trucks. Because I couldn't do anything to them. Like, literally, like, I could not. When I first drove to my brother's shop with that truck and said, you're not touching this truck. You're leaving it original. And if you're going to cut it up, I'll just go buy you a regular OBS and I'll build you one of those. But you are not touching this truck. And when you got my brother and my nephew telling me that, it's like my heart's just like, oh, man. Like, for reals, I already bought big lip wheels for it. Like, you're telling me I'm not going to cut it up? Like, oh, okay.
Damn.
And
so
I enjoy
keeping
it.
Why does it have to be kept original?
Because of the value.
Oh, okay.
Those trucks, I believe in the next 5 years, those trucks are just going to go up in value. Right now, they're ridiculous. They're about 30. They're between $25,000 and $35,000, and the lower the more the more rare they are white and tan. I think because only like 54, 52 of those were made. Now, I'm not speaking facts, guys. Don't get on me, and because you already know the truck guy. Like, oh, no, there's 34. That guy don't know what he's talking about.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm just guessing.
Might be out by 1 or 2.
But, yeah, those trucks are really special to the right people.
Okay.
You know, you got people that probably pay 40, 50,000 for it. Then you got people be like, hell no, I wouldn't even pay 4 for it.
Yeah.
You know, everybody got their own mojo going on with those trucks. But I had them. I enjoyed them. I made a couple videos with them. And I just decided to let them go. You know, they were just taking up space in my buddy's storage. And they became boring trucks to me.
Did you have a one that you were using for like drifting or to
Oh,
swing
you're
it?
talking about little Abuela?
Yeah, you used to have it?
No, I actually sold it to a buddy of mine. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because again, it's like a little itch I had.
Mm-hmm.
I called the buddy of mine. It's like, hey, you know, I'm tired of these show trucks. They're boring. I go, I need a burnout pit one. Make me a burnout pit one. And he was like, all right, cool, I'll do it. He called me back. Hey, what do you think about building a S10 with the 6.0 full build? And I was like, you know what? You might be onto something. Let's run it.
Mm-hmm.
So we built it. We took it to Las Vegas Showdown. Shout out to Coco and his brother Cisco and Dubs. They throw one of the baddest shows in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
So, I don't know
I
if you've
still
been to
haven't
them.
gone to them. But I wanted to so
think
bad
it's
this
gonna be
last
time
one.
for you to go next year because those shows are awesome. And the people throwing them are awesome, man. They roll out the red carpet for you. And that's one of my favorite shows.
And that last shows where you revealed the
That's
the truck
exactly
that you,
where I revealed Sasnasti 2.0. Yeah.
That was crazy. I was like, what the hell?
Yeah, I brought her back.
So ya
I
quemado,
brought her
¿verdad?
back. Yeah,
The
that
original?
one. The original one was my favorite truck at the time. Like, my buddy Augie did the fabrication on that one, and my brother painted it, and Kuhan Luke did the graphics and the flames on it. So it was just that truck really, really has some sentimental value to me because I'll tell you guys a funny story. And my girl's gonna be mad because she gets mad all the time I bring it up. But that truck was originally hers.
Oh, damn.
That truck, when I bought it off a buddy of mine, and she's my wife. She's very simple. She's very simple, and it was all black, and it was lowered, and it didn't have no wheels. I went and bought some regular intros, no big lip, no nothing, and she was happy with it. She drove it everywhere. She was just having fun with it. So I ended up buying some rims with the big lip in the back, and I was like, okay, I'll surprise her. So I took it to get lowered and shortened the rear end in the back. While the lowering turned into a bag job, the bag job turned into a full frame, and the full frame turned into a big project. And
she never got it.
She never got it because she said, if you're bagging it, I don't want it.
Oh, damn.
Because she didn't want no bag truck.
I'm the same.
Or anything.
I think it's a female thing.
Probably because she's like, okay, I bought her a truck, and all I did when I got that truck, I was like, oh, this is perfect for her. So when I got it detailed, and I did a couple paint corrections before I took it to her. And I actually surprised her with that truck. And where was she? She was with one of her friends. And I had told her friend, like, hey, can you distract her for a little bit? Because I had Blue Nasty in the backyard.
Uh-huh.
So what I did is I went home. I jump-started it because it had been parked for weeks. So I had to get under there, put it with the jack up, and jump-start it and do all that good stuff. Because my trucks are not perfect, guys. Like, my trucks, they don't break down, but they have their little issues, you know?
Uh-huh.
And so I got it out of there. I took it to one of my buddy's house, and I brought that truck in. And I put a truck cover on it. And I told her, my girl's friend, like, hey, you know, bring her home already. Because she was already wanting a truck again. And I'm like, oh, heck yeah, you know, because I want her to go to the truck scenes with me, you know? Because
yeah.
She's not a social person. But she supports me in everything I do. Mm-hmm. And
sorry about that.
Oh, that's yours.
No, that was mine.
And I brought it, and she was already like a couple days like, oh yeah, I would like a truck and all that. I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna get her a truck. Mm-hmm. So I found her. I seen it, and I was like, this is perfect for her. And it's funny because I tried to buy that truck like a year back. And the guy wouldn't budge on the price. He wouldn't budge on the price. He wouldn't budge on the price. So we left it alone. A couple years later passed, and I'm like, hey, you still have that truck? He's like, yeah, I still have that truck, and I still have it for the same price. And I was like, oh, man. So long story short, I ended up getting it $500 cheaper than what he wanted. Mm-hmm. And I brought it home, put a cover on it. And I told my wife, can you go take the cover off of Blue Nasty? And because I'm going to take it to my brother's shop. So she goes and takes off the cover. And first thing she says, oh, no, you didn't change the blue truck for this. And I'm like, oh, no, I would never do that. I was like, I love you, babe, but come on now. Like, and I told her, that's your truck. And the cool thing about it is I had a buddy that makes stickers in my town. And I put her name on the windshield. It said Blancas. So she didn't believe me till she took the cover off the back cab. Yeah. And she was like, well, damn, it is my truck, huh? Oh, and I'm like, yeah, that's your truck. And now we go to truck shows together. And when she got it, she was like, we were laying in bed. And she was like, hey, can you do me a big, big favor? And I'm like, yeah, babe, lo que tú quieras, menos las estrellas, porque no te las puedo dar. And she goes, please don't touch my truck. Like, just leave it the way it is. Don't add nothing to it. Don't be special. Just, that's it. Just leave it the way it is, please. If you're going to do anything to it, just change the oil when it needs the oil change. And then she's like, you know what? Not even that. Just take it down the street and they'll do the service for it. Because anytime I work on a car, she'll be like, if she sees me under the car or in the hood, we'll be driving and she'll just be like, what was that? Did you hear that? I'm like, what are you talking
paranoid
about? No, Tavo, are you sure you put that bolt on right? I heard something like, wow, really?
Damn.
And it never fails, so I just don't even touch the cars anymore. I just go to my brother's shop, and they're pretty good about maintaining them and doing whatever it has to get done.
And this was a blue truck?
No, that's a Ruby.
The Ruby, the red one?
The red one's
hers.
Okay. Yeah, she named it and everything. And Blue Nasty's the one that I built. I think like a year ago, maybe 2 years ago, before the pandemic hit. Mm-hmm. I think.
Which one?
The blue one, Blue Nasty.
Oh, okay. I think it was because you brought it over here to Bakersfield too. You brought it to Hart Park. The
blue one? Yeah. Oh, that's where I debuted it. Mm-hmm. Right there. How long has that been?
I think it was 2 years ago. I think it was. Was it during the pandemic?
No, that
maybe
wasn't
before it started.
Pandemic. That wasn't. You're right. That was in 2019, I think. Mm-hmm. That was in 2019 when I first debuted it at Hart Park right here in Bakersfield. Right? Yeah. Oh, you do? Yeah, you are a follower. That's right.
I got you. He's wearing the hat.
Yeah, he is. That's awesome. And I built that truck. I bought that one, and I literally got catfished on that truck. I'm sorry, bro, but
for real?
I got catfished. Like, Why? They got me on that one. Because when I bought it without looking at it in person. Mm. And I won't say who I bought it from because he's kind of my friend. But when I got there with my compa Val, he was like, that's the truck? I'm like, man, I hope not. Like, I really hope not. And it was.
Damn.
It was. And I literally bought it and took it straight to my brother's shop. And my brother was like, how much you pay for this? And I was like, oh, I don't even want to talk about it. But let's run it. I go, let's do the interior. Let's do the outside. My little nephew's like, you know what? Like, because my nephew had a thing about building his dream truck. Mm-hmm. So he likes cat eyes. He loves cat eyes. He's a cat eye fanatic. Like, you can bring him a brand new truck and he'll be like, no, I want a cat eye. So as he was building the truck, he was building his dream truck. Because it was already blue. So I told him, keep it the same blue. And I'm going with red guts, which is red interior. Mm-hmm. So he built it. He got on it. And like I said, I have an awesome team. People are like, man, how do you build these trucks so fast? I was like, I got people that love me, you know? Mm-hmm. And
you do? That's why I'm like, damn. It's just
quick. Like that red one. Changing the subject real quick. That red one, they built it in a week and 5 days.
Damn.
Yeah.
Off of pictures?
No, the red one that I brought from Arizona. It was yellow. It's Nasty Dos.
Yeah. But they rebuilt it off of pictures or because they built it before? The original one?
No. They're the original builders to that truck. The only thing I didn't do was put the flames on it because the last time I put flames on the truck, they went realistic on my ass.
Damn.
So yeah, he ended up building that blue truck for me, and I remember he had it on the lift, and he was just tightening up the rest of the things. I think we had to customize a battery rack on the bottom. Shout out to Next Level Eric. He does some awesome work too himself.
Nice.
He was doing the last touches, and he tells me like, "Hey, bro, I got $25,000 in my pocket right here. Give me a chance to buy my dream truck." And I was like, "Oh man, like I love my nephew to death, and I couldn't do it. I couldn't." Because I had just built it, and I was so in love with it, and I was like, "Oh, this is gonna be my forever truck." Mm-hmm. But a couple of weeks later passed by, I had it for 2 years. Yeah, I just sold it just recently to him. I went home. I went to his shop, and I'm like, "Hey, what do you think about building the red one again?" He's like, "Oh, I'm down. I've been waiting on you. Yeah. I thought you were gonna do it immediately." And he built my red truck, and then I'm like, "Well, here's a blue one. You already know what to do." And he was just like, "Are you serious? You're gonna sell it to me?" I'm like, "It's yours. It's yours." And we made a deal, and he ended up doing my red one, and he ended up keeping that blue one.
Nice. Fair trade?
Yeah, Fair trade?
Oh, no?
I think he did a little more extra. You know what I mean? He could have charged me a lot more because these projects get expensive. But I think he was so caught up on the hype, oh my God, this truck's finally mine. He pretty much walked away. He's like, yeah, we got you, bro. Don't trip. It's a deal. I was like, all right, no takebacks. So yeah, that was the blue one. So what was next after that? My red one came next. First it was Saz Nasty. Well, that's the funny part. Saz Nasty didn't come into play because the reason Saz Nasty came into play was because my wife's truck was taking forever to get finished. Oh, okay. And I wanted to get into the truck scene already. I was already, like I said, I was tired of being on the sidelines, Mm-hmm. And when my buddy was building this truck, he was just like, bro, these people are not ready for you. And I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, you don't know how the truck scene is, bro, and you're an entire vibe, he was telling me. That was my friend Augie. Mm-hmm. And he's like, they ain't ready for you, bro. And I was like, wow, well, let's run it, I just want to have fun, I just want to go out there, meet new people on a daily basis and just have fun. That's my main thing.
And it shows.
And the funny thing about it, bro, is people look at me and they're always like, oh man, come look at my truck. And I'll be like, hey, it's not about just your truck, it's your person, bro. I want to kick it with you. Then we'll party, we'll drink some beers, do whatever. Then we'll go look at your truck, You don't got to impress me with your truck. Impress me with your character, Yeah. That was, because a lot of people think oh, hey, Burpee, come here, check out my truck. Come here, bro, let's have a beer real quick, because I don't want people to be like, oh, he talks to me because I have a badass truck, or oh, he don't talk to me because of my truck. Honestly, I don't even know half of the time of what people drive. You know what I mean? It's just in my club, I'm really bad with names. And they'll be like, oh, Richard. It's like, Richard. The guy in the black single cab with the blue wheels. Oh, Richard. Yeah.
You know him by trucks.
Yeah, in my club. But outside of that, it's I actually know people by their name and who they are because I actually get to interact with them and chop it up. And they'll message me. Some message me on a daily basis. They check up on me, or if I'm not posting, they'll be like, hey, bro, you okay? Is everything good on that side? I'm like, oh, hey, bro, everything's good, Mm-hmm. But, sometimes I got to let them know, hey, man, I'm living life, I got caught up. It's life, that's it. Sometimes you get busy. And I know a lot of people are like, oh, if he don't text you or she don't text you within the next 5 minutes, that means they don't want to talk to you or anything, because 95% of the time they have their phone in their hand. Yeah. It's a lie, Most of us are out here living real life, Exactly. I'm not a YouTuber. I'm not no blogger. I'm just a regular person, and posters, whenever we need to get hyped up, we get hyped up. You know what I mean? Like I said, I'm not out here trying to sell anything to anybody or anything like that. I'm not trying to profit off of anybody. But I'm a big supporter. Mm-hmm. I have a lot of people like, hey, bro, will you wear my gear? No, bro, I'll buy some gear from you. I'll support you. I don't want anybody to ever think that I'm a freeloader or oh, that guy just wants to take free things. No, I'll pay you, bro. Don't worry about it. Let's run it, And later when you are successful, because you will be successful if you don't give up on it, then you can be like, hey, bro, here, have a hat. You know, so
Nice.
that's
What it's about too. That shows support. You know.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Even if somebody's just starting and they see that somebody that's like more up there, more known, that gives them motivation. You know.
Yeah, definitely.
Because you gave me motivation.
Me
being down.
Sometimes we need motivation. You know, like we have motivators, then we have people that need motivators.
Exactly.
You know? So believe it or not, you know, you're a motivator to a lot of people. Yeah. You know, I've learned to motivate myself just because, like I said, the situations I've been through. You know.
Yeah.
You know, I've sat there and talked to a wall. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
That's what we were talking about earlier, huh? How we see life different now that we're older to when we were like 19.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
It's made us wiser.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Experiences in life.
Life experiences will make you wiser, make you smarter. They'll help you. They'll help you be not just so successful in life, but they'll help you go through situations that you're going at the time that you think that you wouldn't get through, but you'll be like, hey, I remember when I was going through this at 21. Oh, this is nothing.
Yeah.
I'll get through it.
Exactly.
Yeah. You know? So
yeah, but different mindset, a different way to see things and situations that are like that.
Oh,
like
yeah,
bad
definitely.
situations, you kind of like feel like you know how to approach them if that situation.
It's definitely on your mindset. It has to be like, if you're weak minded, like, I'm sorry, like, you're not gonna get far. You're not, you know, because this world is full of manipulators and liars and it's just, we got a little bit of everything, you know. And if you can't separate one from the other, then we in trouble, you know. So
Oh yeah, exactly. Is there anything advice you want to give somebody right now that we're in that topic that's probably down right now that you want to give them? Like
the best advice I could give them, which they gave me, and I'm not ashamed to talk about me being in prison, but and I like to talk about my experiences when I was in prison. I call it being in escuela because it educated me. I believe it or not, I wasn't a really good reader till I went to prison. I wasn't a really good speller till I went to prison.
Okay.
You know? And when I went to prison, like even my Spanish was kind of like leaving me slowly, you know?
Yeah.
And I met a guy, and he told me, and this guy was never coming home. Never coming home. And he's the one that showed me how to be positive. He's the one that I got, se les comunica.
Oh, okay.
Because he would wake up in the morning and be like, se les comunica que tenemos otro día en esta celita. And he would always wake up positive. And there was times where it was like, man, you know, like, why does this guy wake up so happy? Like, he ain't even never going home. I thought it. I didn't say it out loud because I didn't want to end up. How do they say? I didn't want to wake up dead.
Yeah, exactly.
So we were talking one day, and he just told me, you know, he's like, there's two things you can do with this time that you have. That's something or nothing. And my advice to the same people out there that are going through whatever I went through, or everybody has their own struggles. Everybody's going through their own situation where they're looking up and they're wondering, like, man, how am I going to get to the top? It's not about getting to the top. It's about what you're going to do when you get to the top.
Yeah.
So my advice to you guys, to anybody out there, is there's two things you can do in life. That's something or nothing. And always make the best of what you got, and never sit there and hate on anybody and say, why do they got it better than me? No, because all we're seeing is the success results. We're not seeing their struggles. We're not seeing the nights they went to sleep hungry. We're not seeing the nights they were up working all night and still had to wake up at 6 a.m. to do it all over again. All we see is the success results. And when people see the success results, they want it. But do they want to work as hard as you did?
Exactly.
That is the question. And my thing to everybody out there, to everybody out there is make whatever you're doing easy. Make it look easy so everybody wants to do it. You know, and don't give up. Don't give up. Keep pushing forward and coming from me telling you guys, it's gonna be all right.
It's gonna be
It's
okay.
gonna be all right. You know, so
It's only it's temporary.
it is.
Technical difficulties right now.
Nah, it's all good. Everybody gets nervous.
Yeah.
It's just me, bro. It's just
okay.
me.
We're
It's just
making him
me.
nervous. You want this one?
Así es. Los nervios te traicionan.
See.
Of course, it would happen to me.
It happens.
No, it just happens to you.
Yeah.
Only you in the middle of your podcast.
In the middle.
Nah, I'm just kidding.
A little blooper behind the scenes.
No, you see,
Okay, so I have a question.
I might have an answer.
What's the most you've spent on one of your trucks?
Oh my God.
Can I ask that question?
You can ask that question, but I'm not gonna answer it because my girl's probably gonna end up watching this. And all
we'll
I'm gonna say it was a lot. It was a
Okay.
lot. Sadly, it was a lot, and I won't answer it just for safety purposes for myself and my physical being.
But it's
But I think
It's a pretty penny.
The most expensive truck that I build is my crew cab. That sounds nasty.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you could tell it's expensive.
Yeah, because
De la pintura
when I got
todo.
into the truck
Really?
scene, I
haven't
went
seen.
hard on that truck. I went hard, like, do this, do that, do this, do that. Like, when you thought you couldn't do nothing else to it, here I come, do this.
So it took work, dedication, everything.
And a
What
lot
was your
of
vision?
pricing
concept.
a lot of lying on the pricing to my girl.
Ah, damn.
You know, and it was just like now
the
at that
truth
time-
comes out. Hey, I
Right?
got you. I got your back.
At that time, I think whenever I did something to my truck, I would come home with the gift, and
Oh,
she
okay.
would say it took her a little bit to catch on, but she would be like, "What did you do to the truck now?" I'm like, "No, this is just an I love you gift."
Trying to get out of the doghouse.
Yeah, and then the thing about it is I was so hyped up that there's no lying to her because I'll post it on my Instagram and there's followers that be like, "Oh, you just added that pinstripe. How in the hell did he just notice that?"
What the?
There's people just with that have that
They're
detail
into
eye.
trucks.
Wow.
You know what I mean? And when I built that truck, it was just like, it wasn't me trying to build that baddest truck. It was just me just trying to, and it's crazy. I'll take it back to my brother. When I built that truck, it was me trying to impress him.
Ah.
Nobody else. Nobody in social media. Nobody in the truck game. Like, all I wanted was to hear my brother say, "That's a bad truck." Like, bro, you killed it. To impress my brother, you really, really got to build something bad. Like, and I'm not saying he's cocky or he's an ignorant person, but his standards are high.
Yeah.
His and my nephews, because they build trucks all day, you know, like.
But have you built on one? You know, like, you would know,
Yeah,
like,
so-
detail and what it takes.
Yes, exactly. Like, and the day he told me, like, man, you can't do nothing else to this truck. This truck's perfect. It's done.
Mm-hmm.
And you hardly hear somebody to build a truck and say, like, you're done. You know, and I have a lot of, like, close friends that tell me, like, whatever you do not paint that truck because that truck will never be duplicated again. Because there's not, I'm not going to lie. There's been times where I'm at home, literally, like, just sitting there talking with my girl, and I'm like, I think I'm going to paint my truck. Shut the fuck up. Just
Yeah,
stop.
dog.
Stop. Or I'll get a wild hair and I'll see another truck and I'll be like, I'm going to sell my truck. And she'll be like, which one? The crew cab. No, you're not. No, you're not. Like, that's one truck that I know that even if I wanted to sell it, I couldn't. You know,
Yeah.
the one, my girl would be pissed off. Two, I would break my compa's heart because I have a compa. His name's Val. Shout out to Val. You know, love him to death. He's like the little brother I never wanted.
Uh-huh.
And he's so in love with that truck. You know, 99% of the time, he's the one that's driving that truck. You know, I'm more like laid back, like to like do tacuache stuff. You know,
Yeah.
on my other trucks. You know, like I'll drive the red one, or when I had the blue one, I would drive the blue one, or I would drive the 454. Man, there's times when we're getting ready for a show, and he'll bring out the trucks from the shed, and he'll be getting it ready. That guy takes care of that truck more than I take care of it.
Damn.
You know, and there's times where I even had to walk up and like, hey, you think maybe I can drive it today?
Ask for permission.
And he'll be kind of like, wow, it's your truck, you drive it. And I'm like, nah, I'm just kidding, bro. I just want to see how you were gonna act. You know, but there's been times where I did want to drive it, and I just didn't. I love him, you know, and he loves that truck, so it's like, all right, you know, like, go for it. You know, it's like watching your son or your daughter ride off on a bike that they just learned how to pedal. Like, look at him, look at his smile. Me and my wife kind of like joke about it, but that's his truck, you know. That's his truck, and
is he the one? Usually, when you're walking in front of it, he drives it, or
yeah,
or just
he's the one that usually driving it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's the one, and God forbid someone else be driving it, and they're on Instagram driving it, and he'll be like, "Bro, what was he doing driving the truck?" Like he's crazy.
It's either you or him driving.
Yeah, either it's him or him. Cause I like that truck, but like I said, to me, I think I'm at the point where those trucks are boring already. You know, like I just got an awesome truck right now, a Joe Gibbons edition. Super fun. It's super fun. I had it for, I think I'm going in a month that I owned it. And I already blew up the crankshaft, the transmission, the torque converter, the cam. Like, I literally just bought it. I sold, what did I sell? Oh, I sold some other truck that I had, a blue one. I really didn't make it into my social media because I didn't even have it. I had it for a couple of days. But I sold it and I bought another truck. And, oh, my God, this truck's so much fun. Like, look at my smile. Like, just thinking about going home and driving it just makes me exciting. Like, nothing like having a truck you could just get into and drive to the store and just get off and not worry about anybody hitting it or hitting a pothole. You know what I mean? Like, I love that truck. And it's not the prettiest truck, but it's so much fun.
Yeah.
You know, it's like...
you could just drive it.
Yes, you can just drive it. And when I bought it, everybody was like, what are you going to do to it? Nothing. Nothing. Maybe just a little bit of paint corrections here. Maybe do the interior, but that's it. Yeah. And that truck's super nice. And esa le puse otro pedo. That's the name of that one.
Ándale.
Otro pedo. It was going to be Black Nasty, but I have a Black Nasty already, my tow pig, my Ford. So yeah, that truck right there, y'all keep an eye out for it. You know, we're gonna make it to the pit on this one for sure. It's so much fun, bro. I was even thinking about driving it, but I was like, where am I gonna find an E85 fuel station for that right there? That's the only thing that sucks about it. It's E85, so they don't sell that fuel just anywhere.
They don't. It's hard to find those gas stations.
Yeah, but that is my fun truck.
Nice.
That is, and I'm super hyped up. I know I always say I'm not going to do nothing to it, but whatever I do, it is going to be something simple. It ain't going to be nothing major like bagging it or putting a big lip in the back. It is a Joe Gibbons edition, so I kind of got to watch what I do with that truck, too, at the same time.
Okay. So how many trucks do you own? And cars or?
Trucks, I think I got six, wait. I don't want to be lying on social media. I don't want to be lying on your podcast. I got Saz Nasty, Blue Nasty. No, not Blue Nasty. You see? Saz Nasty Dos. And then my girl owns Ruby. Then I got the black one. And then I got my Ford. Am I missing one? Oh, and then I sold the original. I just sold the original I was building for like forever. So I sold that one. So I think I'm at 5 trucks.
Okay.
I'll probably be driving like, damn.
I forgot about this one.
That happens.
The one that's in the backyard?
It happens.
But like I tell people, like when I post trucks, I'm not flexing on anybody. I've said it before, if you guys think I'm flexing on you guys, just go ahead and unfollow me because I'm in the truck scene. So if I wasn't in the truck scene, it would be different, you know? Like it'd be different if I'd be posting my other cars. You know, there's times where I do post them, but only when I do an upgrade to them. But it's not like a consistent post. I'm more of a truck guy.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not like anything else. You know, like I want to say I'm a simple person. As hard as it may believe for a lot of people, I love basic Chevy trucks. You know, like things that break down, I can go and fix them. I'm not too much into like Mercedes or Range Rovers or stuff like that because I can't afford to fix it. I can't afford to maintenance it. You know, there's people don't understand when you get a vehicle, you got to think for the long run. Like, oh, how about if this happens to it? Damn, do I got to take it back to the dealership or where am I going to take it? It's not like they're going to sell this.
Wait. El que dijo, ¿qué dijo? I can't say how much I spent in my trucks.
Well, yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. I'm a simple guy.
Yeah. Well, that's why those are easier or
Yeah, those are
cheaper
easier
to fix.
They're way cheaper to fix.
And there's parts everywhere for that.
Exactly. And I tell people, you know, like, if you guys feel like I'm flexing on you guys, you know, one, I don't want to say I apologize for it. I'm just saying, like, I'm in the truck game. I'm not sitting here trying to be your motivator, but it's just I'm proud of how far my trucks have come because of the struggles that I went through, you know?
Yeah.
The only person that knows my struggles, honestly, since I've been in the truck game is my girl. Mm-hmm. Like, well, I was going to say she's the only one that see me cry, but you guys just see me crying. So
Ya todos van a ver ahora sí.
You know,
Is that the first time?
That's what we were talking about right now too. Like, you need a supporter. You need somebody to support you.
Yeah, and she's awesome. She gets mad sometimes at me because of the trucks, but if anybody has seen my struggles since I've been in the truck game, it's her. Mm-hmm. You know, she's the one that's seen me walk into the living room swinging at the air, like, oh my God, he said my truck was going to be done and it's not done.
Throwing a fit.
Or he's not answering my calls, or like the pillow talking. It's always like, babe, you know, whatever happened to, like, hey, you know, how was your day? It's always about how they didn't finish your truck or what happened or what broke on it. Like, only she knows the real struggle that I have endured throughout this truck scene. And people in the truck scene will agree with me, like, hey, you know, it's rough. You know, there's a lot of people that promise you things and don't go by, like, but they're fast to take your deposit or they're fast to take your money. Next thing you know, you've been 3 weeks into calling them. Next thing you know, he don't even look on his DM on the social media. Or it's rough, man. It's rough. You got to have a really good team. And thankfully, along the way, I got my brother. Like, my brother takes care of everything that has to do with body work and paint. And my little nephew does a little bit of, like, mechanic stuff and everything. But, like, the basic stuff. So when it comes down to, like, stuff like that, they're number one. Like, I go to them. They're my go-to guys. My fabricators, I got a few fabricators, you know, like, because they're all busy. Like, sometimes they don't even answer my calls. Like, they'll be like, I'll call them and they won't answer, but I'll call them from another phone and be like, hey, what's going on? Like, oh, I have to call you from another phone. Man. And then they'll be like, oh, well, I don't answer your phone call because you want everything done like yesterday. That's one thing. Like, when it comes down to my audio, I'm an audio sound guy. Like, I have to have sound. Yeah. Like, I have to. I know by the time I'm 50.
Puro party all day.
Yeah, by the time I'm 50, I'm not going to be able to hear out of either ears. But my audio guys even give me the cold shoulder. They be treating me like a stepchild. You know, they don't answer my calls. Or I'll go to the shop, and as soon as they see me, I'm too busy. Like, not right now, Gustavo, not right now. And shout out to Javi. He's been my audio guy since I could remember. Like, and if I've been to different stereo shops, it's not because he's not good. It's because he can't do it right now. You know, so I go and I look for somebody that can do it right now, and at the end I end up paying more than what I have to because now I got to take it to him so he can fix it.
Yeah, dang. When you go to other places?
Yeah. That guy, that's one thing I admire about bass mechanics out of Dinuba is if they don't got time, they are not going to do it because he's a perfectionist.
Oh, okay.
He will not let that if he hears one static or if if it shuts off by accident, he's like, hey, Gustavo, don't come pick it up. I got to go through it all over again. And that's what I like about them. You know, they ain't cheap, but it's somebody that can build your sound system and you can take off and know it's not going to break down. My red one, I've had so many problems with it, and he's like, oh, I'm not going to fix that. That's way too messy for me. And he's like, how many speakers you got on the outside? Oh, no, I'm staying away from all that. But, yeah, it's rough. It's rough to get a truck complete and to take a step back and look at it and cross your hands and be like, oh, I did that. Or one of those those projects where you get off your car and you look back at it.
Oh, there you go.
And I'm not
If
talking
you don't look
about,
back at it, that means you don't like
look
it.
back at it. Like if you can walk away, get off your truck and look back away, you just did what you had to do.
That's right.
You know what I mean? And it's rough. And, you know, those to anybody out there building a truck, stay strong. Don't give up on your project. It will get done. You just got to do your research and never take it to the guy that can do it cheaper.
Yeah.
Never do that, guys. Do not take it to your tío that can do it cheaper. Don't. If he doesn't do it for a living, walk the hell away. Walk away because you will be paying double. Because they usually charge, like I have a buddy that if you come to the shop and he gives you a quote and you don't come back. And then you come back after they did it and they'll be like, hey, can you fix it? And it's the same thing you came asking for a quote, he'll charge you double. He will charge you double, and at that point, you don't have a choice.
Yeah.
Why? Because you have to fix your truck. You know,
That's a hard lesson to learn right there.
It is. It's a really, really hard lesson. And it's a hard pill to swallow.
Yeah.
It is, because not everybody has the money to do it twice.
Yeah.
You know, and even the people that
especially
have
if they
the
were trying to
money,
save money.
yeah, and
first
then
time.
even if you have the money, I don't think anybody should deserves to have to pay for the job twice, you know? Especially when you paid a lot the first time.
Yeah.
You know? But, I mean, just don't give up on your bills, you know? Your bills can get done. You know, you just gotta, how could I say it? You gotta educate yourself, do the research on these people, because I see it way too often on stories like, oh, don't take your truck here because so-and-so, he don't answer my calls, and then they tag him, and then they put him on blast. Like,
Yeah.
you should have never went to that guy that does it cheaper. You know, now you're mad at him, now you're putting him on blast, but at the beginning of it all, it's your fault. It's your fault for either paying them in full or giving that deposit without educating yourself about that shop. You know, so now you want to throw a bunch of dirt on this shop that probably has done it to other people, just the other people don't have the social media to put them on blast. But, I mean, it's a 50-50. It's your fault for sending them the deposit, or it's your fault for even paying them in full. And then it's his fault, too, for not doing what he said. But most importantly, you should have educated yourself about the person that's going to work on your truck.
Yeah.
To me, I'm a truck guy. I love trucks. And not just anybody can touch my truck. It's like I know it's a horrible example, but I like to use it. It's like you're not going to just let anybody touch your wife, right? You're not just going to let anybody go and tell your boyfriend, like, oh, my God, can I touch your pecs? Or, like, you know, you're not just going to let anybody come and touch your wife, you know. You don't let anybody touch your wife. But at the same time, I look at my trucks like my kids, like my wife, not just anybody that can touch them, because at the end of the day, my family's riding in that truck. My buddies are riding in that truck. God forbid one of them tires fly out and they get in a car accident. Not just them getting hurt. How about they hurt another person on the freeway or something, you know? That's a lot of stuff people don't think about, you know? I see trucks going down the freeway.
These other shops, Banilo, they want to, for example, like the customer wants it done fast. They do it fast and they do a bad job at that. Y ya el accident pasa on the freeway.
No, you see. And not just that, now you just got to fix a lot more. But I mean, most importantly, let's just hope you don't hurt anybody.
Exactly.
You know, because, I mean, there's a lot of people, innocent people out there, you know, that are just going to the grocery store and they get smacked with the rim. Why? Because you wanted to go do it in someone's backyard.
Yeah.
You know, and just don't do it, guys. Just don't do it. Get it by somebody that's certified, even if you got to pay extra. Remember, if you have kids or if you have close friends, they're going to be riding in it.
Yeah.
You know, so try to build it as safe as you can, you know. Like my wife, she's real, like, she's a scary person. Like, she gets really scared with anything. You know, she gets frightened. Like I'm telling you, like, I'm not lying when I tell you she hears something. Like, oh, she never gets in my red truck. Never. She will never get in my red truck. She hardly got on my blue truck. The only truck she gets in is my crew cab. All the other trucks, she's like, no, I'm not getting in them. No, I just go in my truck. You know, it's just because she doesn't trust the work that have been done on the other trucks. So She's like, come on, babe. Like, I'm riding in it. And I'm like, I know. Come on. Don't even wear your seatbelt. Let's just go. Nah, I'm just kidding. Nah, I'm just kidding.
Damn, like worse, make it worse.
No, but that's how beautiful my truck runs. That she gets in it and it doesn't even have seatbelts.
Oh damn.
When I built that truck, I took it to that guy that did my interior. I go, I want a full blown show truck. Well, I go to pick it up a couple months later, and I'm driving off, and my girl's like, "Put your seatbelt on." And I was like, "What the hell?"
You pay attention to that?
They don't have seatbelts. And she's like, "I know. That's why I'm telling you. Where are the freaking seatbelts, Tavo?" "Oh no, take me home."
Oh wow.
But after a while, like that truck, like I said, that truck was built perfect by Clean Concepts, and that truck's just it's really it's a reliable truck, and those who have drove it can vouch for it. Those who know that truck can vouch for it. Like I said, I really do count on that truck a lot. Like that's the only truck I can really tell you. Like if there's a show that's maybe 2 hours away, I'm willing to drive that truck. I don't really like to trailer my truck to local shows.
Yeah.
To me, local shows are anything from Bakersfield to Modesto. Anything in between, those are local shows to me. Like even LA. I've drove my truck to LA before.
Through grapevines and everything.
Through the grapevine and everything, and it's made it perfectly fine.
Nice.
Yeah, so.
And it's pretty dropped. It's bagged, huh?
Yeah, I got it body dropped on 28, so the whole shell sits on the street.
Nice.
Yeah, so that's my baby. That's my baby. But like I said, right now my favorite truck is the black one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one it's just so much fun just to be able to get in and then just drive and not have to lower the radio. Be like, what was that? Or get off the truck with your butt cheeks all sore because you're driving. And you're like, oh, you hit a pothole and you have to squeeze the cachetito. And you're like, oh, I don't even want to get off. And then, oh, again, another pothole. Or,
Yeah.
that's the way it is. You know, those who have back trucks or are rolling on billets know what I'm talking about. They get off with their butt cheeks sore. Like, y las nalguitas, no, pues es que las calles están bien culeras.
Yeah.
But yeah, so at the end of the day, like I tell people, you know, like, oh, you know, going back to, she was asking me how much did I spend on my trucks. It's not really about what you spend, and sadly, it's the way it is. It's not what you spend; is who you know. Mm-hmm. You know, because if you know the right people, they'll do it for the right price. Mm-hmm.
I think that's in anything, in everything.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, when it comes down even to sports or MMA, you know, it's not about what potentials you have. It's about who you know. Yeah. You know, like I have buddies that are awesome fighters. Like I have two friends that they call themselves the Avalo brothers out of Parker, California. I see them and I see potential, and my wife, she's always like, dude, you're weird, but these guys are very handsome. Like they're handsome guys. Like I always tell them, like, dude, you guys are, I see you guys going far in life because one, they're awesome fighters. Mm-hmm. Two, they can literally be models for Calvin Klein or Tommy Hilfiger. No, de veras, estos guys.
Okay, déjame peino. Pero. No, just
these guys are awesome. Like, and they got their, Jose Avalos is a really good friend of mine, and he's one person that me and him sit there and I'll motivate him and I'll try to talk to him, like, because it's in the fighting world, it's rough. It gets rough. But I tell him, like, bro, don't give up on your dream, because that's righteously his dream. Mm-hmm. Like, there's people that do things in life and they have no passion. Mm-hmm. Or they do it because they don't have anything else to do, or because they do it because they got the right sources. But it's not something they love. Mm-hmm. This guy really eats and breathes this. Like, he's so committed to that sport.
Nice.
You know, and I tell him, don't give up. And then he has blue eyes. Like, the guy is a gift. Yeah, the guy is a gift to that sport. This guy is awesome. And he's a real kind-hearted person. Like, he's awesome. I remember years ago, before all the fighting, I wasn't doing landscaping. I want to take it back like 10 years. He was at the gas pump. And I hope he don't get offended, but he rolled up and he put like $3 on gas on pump 3. And I had barely got out of work too. And I had already heard of him. He was like a rapper in our town. Uh-huh. So I was like, hey, bro, you know, put another $5 on there. and he's pumping gas, and he's looking at the pump, and he's looking like, what the hell? And this is how honest he is.
Oh,
He
like
goes-
secretly, you
Yeah.
didn't know. Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's so honest that he walks in the store to tell the guy, like, hey, bro, I only put 3. You know, you gave me 8. And then he pointed outside, and he walks outside. He's like, hey, bro, thank you. And I appreciate that, man. Like, that's all I really had. I'm like, oh, bro, don't worry about it. It's all about support. And he's like, thank you, bro. And ever since that, that's how we became friends.
Wow.
That's how we became friends. And I started doing jujitsu, and he walks into class, and he's like, hey, bro, remember me? He's like, yeah, I remember you. And we just became friends. And I don't know if I could say it, but he's kicking ass right now, and I wish him the best, you know, and not to give up.
What's his name?
Jose Avalos, and his Instagram name is Jose Avalos.
Good luck.
Look him up. Look him up.
Keep
Stillmatic.
pushing. Yeah.
Hey, she follows you, bro. You know, ya sabes.
El de los ojos azules.
Yeah, he's a cool person. Like he's awesome. And his brother, they call him Landshark.
Okay.
Congratulations to him. He's about to be a dad too.
Oh,
But
nice.
yeah, like I say, you know, don't give up on building your truck. I kind of like went off track a little bit, but like I was saying, you know, like just if you believe in your truck, don't give up on it. Don't. You know, don't build a truck because you think that's the thing.
Yeah.
You know, because then you're always going to find the cheaper way to do it.
Yeah.
If you're in the truck scene, it's because you love your truck and your passion is the truck scene. If you're building a truck just because you think it's cool and it's the new wave, don't do it, because you're always gonna find the cheaper way to do it. Because it's like, you know, sometimes, you know, we always do that. We all do that. We go into Walmart, you know, we want to grab a water bottle, and it's like, you know what? I really don't drink. I don't really drink water, so I'm not gonna drink Fiji. I'm just gonna go with Great Value. You know, and the same thing with the trucks. If you're not passionate about it, you're not going to be like, you know what? I'm going to do a wild C-notch, you know, or like the right way to do it is doing a C-notch with the wild, you know. Some people put a bolt-on C-notch because it's cheaper, you know, but at the end of the day, lo barato siempre sale caro.
Yeah. They break easier or what?
It
Or
maybe
does it
not
hold?
break so much easier, but it's just the cheaper way to go.
Oh, okay.
And I understand not everybody has the money to do it, pero como dice mi primo, todo a su tiempo.
Yeah.
You know, you can't force a gear, because if you force the gear, you're gonna break it. You know, so todo a su tiempo y baby steps. Because like I said, going back to nobody sees your struggles. Like nobody knew who I was before the crew cab.
Yeah.
And I was building the crew cab for a little while, you know. But once it came out, they just saw the finished result.
Yeah.
They didn't see our struggles. They didn't see my pouting and crying to my girl.
Yeah.
Or me going to the guy that was doing the interior, the graphics, like, hey, bro, is it done yet? Hey, bro, is it done yet? Like, hey, I'm only here because you gave me a date, you know? But don't give up on those trucks, you know? Shoot, don't give up on life. That's the most important part.
Oh, yeah.
Don't give up on life, porque...
I think that's a good advice for the young kids.
Yeah, definitely,
Yeah.
because...
I see a lot of them getting into the truck.
Yeah, because they think it's the new thing. Like, that's the new hype. Which it is, but it isn't. You know, everybody wants to ride this wave. But what happens when the wave hits the shore? You know? The only way you're gonna survive in the truck game is if you really love what you're doing. That's
Exactly.
it.
Yeah.
Like, you have to be passionate about trucks. Like,
And the passion, like, actually shows in you, you know? Shows with your character and your trucks. Like you said earlier, like you gotta be that vibe as well.
oh, definitely. My truck is loud. Like, the paint is loud. The speakers are loud. Everything's loud about that truck. So, like, it's not so much me reflecting off my truck reflecting off of my character.
Yeah.
You know, I've always been this person. Even when I met this guy, when I was in prison, and he showed me how to look at life through another window, it was awesome. After that, it was so awesome for me. Like, I was always hyped up. I was always waking up in a good mood. Why? Because he told me, you know, like, there's another day that didn't belong to us, but were blessed enough to see it. You know, and I swear this guy educated me so much. Like he taught me so much, and it's amazing. And one day I asked him, "How are you so positive, bro? Like how is it that you're positive, bro?" And I hate to say this to you, man. I hate it, but I only ask you this because I want to be like you. How is it that you can wake up positive and look at life and love life and know that you're never going to get to go home? And he looked at me, I swear. He looked at me and stepped back like this. And I was like, oh shit, we're going to fight. You know? But he told me, you have to find a loophole to life. It might not be in 5 years. It might not be in 10 years. He told me, the government changes every single day. We have a new president every 4 to 8 years. There's a loophole somewhere in there that's going to allow me to go home. He's always called hope. He's all, if you live life without hope, then just lay in bed all day. If you don't have hope, don't get out of bed. Shoot, don't even have a conversation with me. If you don't have hope to go home and do better for yourself, get out of my cell. Because I don't care how good friends we are, I don't ever want to see you walk through this door again. And when I went home, he said, do me a favor. And I was like, yeah, bro, don't come back because I will kick your ass. At that time, I was a small guy. I was like 155. I lost a lot of weight. Yeah. I was 310 pounds when I started that prison journey. And I ended up walking out of there at 155. And he taught me a lot of things, and I value him. I value him, and I will always respect him, you know? Like that guy taught me he didn't teach me anything from the book, but he taught me a lot about life.
Yeah.
You know, and I always say, like, I feel like the 2% that don't know how to value life deserve to go to prison, deserve to go to jail, at least for a week. You know, before I'd be like, oh, you need to go to jail for a year just so you can start to value life. But a lot of people wouldn't make it, you know? But I think sometimes in this world, for a lot of people, you got to take them out. You got to take them out of life and show them what real values are. Because a lot of people are always like, oh, I'm the player. Like, I'm out here playing in the game. That's cool, bro. But sometimes the game is going so fast, you don't know what play is coming at you next. Same thing as life. Sometimes we get caught up in life, and life is moving so fast, we forget the real values in life. Like, sometimes you got to take yourself out of life and sit there on the sidelines and watch everything play out. I used to do this a lot when I used to before I got with my girl. Because we live by the hills. We're like 30 minutes from Pine Flat. So what I used to do is I used to take a drive to Pine Flat. By myself, you get no cell phone reception or anything. And I used to sit there. And at that time, I smoked. And I used to sit there and dissect everything that was going on in my life. What was good for me, what was not. And I was like, you know what? This person is toxic for me. And I'm not talking about relationship-wise or anything. I'm just talking about friendships. Because I have friends that are family. And I have family members that I don't even look as a family member, you know? And there's things that you have to do sometimes, and it's dissect the situation you're going through. Dissecting the life that you're living. Because we all get caught up in our life. We all got issues. We all got bills. We all got work. We all got responsibilities. But that doesn't mean you can't take 1 hour out of your schedule every 2 weeks and sit there and dissect your situation on what you're going through. That will help you guys. Like, that's helped me. Like, there was times when I felt a certain type of way. Like, I have to do this. I'll take off. Because the number one thing that will sidetrack you and throw you off track of real life is our phone. Our phone.
Yes, that's right now, huh? That's a thing.
That right there will take you away from reality. It will, because You start seeing things like Burpee. Oh, Burpee got the baddest trucks. Yeah, but that's all I'm showing you guys. I'm not showing you guys my struggles. I'm not showing you guys my problems because I deal with them. And that makes that Sir Burpee that you guys see who he is.
Yeah.
You know,
A lot of people need to understand too, like for example, like people like you, like you're showing them what you want them to see. You know, you're not showing them everything. Like maybe you'll show some struggles here and there, pero lo que pasa es que you have control of what you're showing them, unless they know you in real life and they're around you. You know, esta gente nomás mira that you're successful and they see you're happy all the time. They don't see when you're sad. They don't see when you cry. They don't see what it took for you to get there, like you said, you know.
And I agree with you 100%. But I'm the type of person that I want to see. I'm not gonna say everybody winning because right when you say I want to see everybody winning, they think financially. You know, I just saw a video this morning. You know, Bob Marley. They asked him, "Are you rich?" And he was saying, "Well, what is rich to you? Oh, having possessions? No, I'm not rich that way." He's all, "But I am rich and living a long life." That's awesome. That hit me.
Yeah.
And a lot of times when you say like, "Hey, I want to see you guys winning," people think like, "Oh, money, oh, cars, oh, trucks." Nah, man, I want to see you guys winning. I want to see you get to wake up and hug your loved one every single day. There's a lot of people that don't get to do that because of decisions they took in their past. I want to see you happy because you get to hug your daughter, you know, or like me. My thing is seeing my kids in the morning, seeing them every single morning. And my thing every single morning is I tell my 2 kids that are still in school, I tell them, stay positive, treat people the way you want to be treated, and always remember, never do something that you're ashamed to talk to your dad about. And they take off, and my daughter, Padre, el Hijo, Espíritu Santo. That's amazing.
That is.
Like, a lot of people don't get to talk to their kids before they go to school.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm not talking
They
about
go off
people
to
that are in
work,
jail. I'm talking about people that wake up at 5 in the morning and have to go to work. The best thing they get to do is kiss them on the forehead before they go because they don't want to wake up.
Yeah.
I get to see them wake up. I get to see my wife get them dressed, you know, and I get to tell them, you know, have a great day. You know, have a great day in school. Stay positive. You know, treat people the way you want to be treated. Those are the blessings that I like. You know, those are me rolling
that's
over.
what I want.
me rolling over in bed and kissing. Every time I wake up in the morning, I roll over on top of my girl. Like I roll over on top of her and I kiss her on the cheek and I start my day. Yeah. You know, those are blessings to me. You know, those are the things that I really value in life. You know, like having money in your pocket is cool. But again, I tell people, money isn't everything in life, but it makes life easier.
But it's pretty close to happiness.
Yeah, it makes life
freedom.
easier, but it's not. I know people that have money. Like I know people that got money. They're not happy. They can say they're happy, but I see right through it. You know, I'm blessed enough to be able to read a person as soon as they get off the car. I'm not talking about like I'm a fortune teller or I can read things. Like I can read a character. I remember, guys, you guys are sitting in a room with the guy that did 5 years with, at one point was in a dorm living where there was over 200 inmates. So you had to teach yourself how to read a character, where you had to read a person just by looking at them. Yeah. And I call it a spider sense, because not a lot of people can read characters. Not a lot of people can sense the vibe, you know? I can look at you and be like, freaking like you, bro. But you don't know me. I don't have to know you, but I know I like you. And I never fail. I never fail, just the way I told my girl. I was about to kidnap you, but then I looked at you and I was like, oh, she's going to be my girl. All I got to do is ask her. She's going to say yes. You know? And I'm always positive when it comes down to things like that. Like when my girl's always like, be careful. I'm always careful, even when I'm not. You know, have a great day. I always have a great day, even when I'm not. And that's what I want everybody to understand. Like, we have to make the best of what we got. You know what I mean? Like,
And be a good person.
life is not easy. Life is not easy. If it was, it would be freaking boring.
Exactly.
Like, man, like, I sit there and I dissect the situations with everything. Like, you see all these celebrities and all these people that you thought they were happy. Next thing you know, they took their life. They had all the money in the world. I swear to God, I was sitting there just the day before yesterday saying, man, I wish I was in his shoes. Now what? What do you mean he hung himself in the closet? What do you mean he took his own life? There you go again. You don't want to be like that person. Yeah. Just the way they say, oh, I want to be like you when I grow up. No, you don't. No, you don't. Because do you know how many struggles and how many prayers I did just to get to C38? And I'm not saying I was out there committing crimes or I was living a bad lifestyle. I'm a big prayer. And I believe in God, and people always ask me like, oh, what do you believe in? Or what religion do you belong to? I don't like to argue with anybody. I don't like to say he's wrong or he's right. All I say is I'm a follower of God. I read the Christian Bible. I read the Catholic Bible. And at the end of the day, it's the same God. And you ask me, hey, bro, you're a Catholic? No, I'm a follower of God. I talk to him. He talks to me. I'm not a perfect person, but he knows that. You know, he's made me who I am today. You know, Diosito aprieta, pero no horca.
There you go.
That's true.
And that's kind of like what's helped me be the person that I am, you know, like I put myself in situations where I thought I wasn't gonna make it, and I was just like, I want to check my underwear right now, because I swear I didn't think I was gonna make that one. You know what I mean? But that's the one thing about me, is that I like to dissect the situation, and it's just amazing because life is full of surprises. Like, I walked in here and, you know, we don't know what we were going to talk about. You know, you were like, oh, I'm going to hit you with trucks. I'm going to hit you with this. Now I'm telling you about how to dissect your life. You know what I mean? But it's only because people think it's a secret. And if people ask me like, hey, how do you do it? I'm letting you guys know right now. I take myself out of the game, which is called living life. And I sit on the sidelines and I watch my life play out. And when I say watch my life play out, I just look at the decisions I've made in the past month or two. I see the friendships that I have in that moment. So one thing about me is I have a lot of friends. A lot of friends become family. And I never have a misunderstanding with my friends. We do argue and stuff, but I'll never sit here and tell you like, oh, I don't talk to that dude no more because he's garbage. Nah, I just grow out of that friendship. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, life puts you in those situations maybe because you needed them there or they needed you there. But you grow out of relationships, you know what I mean? And it's just like, like your partner in love, like your love life, you know? You don't fall out of love, because if you love that person, there's no such thing as that. You know, like, what I believe in this lifetime, you'll fall in love 2 times, maybe 2 times, but realistically once. You'll always remember that one person that really like, here you go, babe, whatever you want. Here's my heart. Take it. I don't want it. You know? And if you're lucky, you'll fall in love twice. And I can tell you that I'm blessed enough that God allowed me to meet not a few, a lot of wrong people before he put the right one in my possession and said, hey, here it is. Take care of her. Do what you got to do.
Nice. Wow. I'm waiting for that too.
A lot of people are. But that's the thing, you know, you don't go looking for it. It just kind of happens, you know?
Yeah, exactly. It's de saber, you know? It comes to you when you least expect it.
Yeah. That my wife, my girlfriend, she's like, oh, I'm not your wife. I don't got a ring on my finger. But I call her my wife because we live together and we have kids. Yeah. But she was my neighbor. Wow. Like, I watched this girl grow up. She moved into my block in 2004, I think. 2004 or 2005. She moved onto my block. And I'm 10 years older than her. And she lived there for forever. And then I got out of prison and she was all grown up. I was like, wow, you know, like, She followed me on Facebook.
Uh-huh.
She followed me on Facebook, and she's like, "Hey, remember me? I'm your neighbor." I'm like, "Oh shoot!" I sent her a picture of myself. Thanks for the follow. Not knowing who it was, and I bring it up because she brings that story is so embarrassing for me. You know, she's like, "Did you do that to all the girls?" And I'm like, "No," but it's because she always brings it up. Like when we're with friends, and she'll be like, "Oh, like how did you guys meet?" And I'm like, "Oh, here we go."
Here we
again."
go.
Yeah, that's funny.
She'll be like, "Oh yeah, he sent me a picture of him without his shirt, talking about thanks for the follow." And I was like, "Oh, here we go." But yeah, I'm blessed to have her in my life. I believe righteously. I wouldn't have what I have if it wasn't for her. I'd have a bunch of nice trucks, but I wouldn't have money for gas.
No.
Yeah, she manages all the financial stuff. You know, kind of, sorta. You know?
Hey, you gotta have somebody to have a little bit of control, ¿no?
No, yeah, we need that balance.
Oh yeah.
We need that balance.
Si no nos perdemos en todo eso de puro gastar.
I mean, it's nice when you're spending, but when the bills come and you ain't got backup for it, then
Exactly.
that's when you're gonna find out. Damn, esta pinche pobreza está pelada.
Right?
It is, man.
Hey, I wanna do a little section where I ask you like a dumb, funny question, you know?
Okay.
Aquí la tengo. Remember the question?
Yeah.
That little
So-
laugh, I didn't like the laugh.
Well, you know what? Let me take a sponsor break también, actually, before we do that. So I want to thank the sponsors, A1 Design Print Shop for all your business printing needs, located at 1200 Chamberlain Avenue in Bakersfield, California. Lap Insurance Services with Allstate, you're in good hands for your car insurance needs, located at 550 Central Avenue, Shafter, California. And last but not least, Losa with Sencal Truck Show and I-5 Smokeout. Make sure to get your tickets before they sell out. And that's a small little sponsor break.
Big shout out to Loza.
Big
Good
shout
friend
out.
of mine.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Big
sir.
shout out. Throws some of the baddest shows here in California. Or more like throws the baddest shows here in
For
California.
real.
Like that guy, I'm so blessed to have him as a friend, man. Like,
He's a good guy, man.
He
He's
is a good
awesome,
guy.
bro. Like,
he is a good guy.
yeah. Everybody loved him on the last show.
Yeah, he's good. He's a good person. Babe. I mean, bro. And he'll
Oh, you
message
call him
me,
babe?
and he'll message me later. No, babe was right. Yeah, he's like that.
Keep it that way. So, damn. Oh, here it is. So this one's like a dumb one, and I don't know how this is gonna go,
what?
but this is like a dumb one. So why
just
can't
like me.
the number 11 be 1E1?
Huh?
Why can't the number 11 be 1E1 if we have 22, 33, and 44?
That's a good one.
You get it?
No,
You don't get it?
no, I don't.
11. It's called 11. It's named 11 instead of
22,
1E1.
Instead of 1E1.
No, why is 22 22?
I have no idea.
I saw it on TikTok. I thought it was dumb. I was like, let me just throw some dumb stuff in there. And I have another one called, not called, pero dice, you know, do you say your age? You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I said it
So how
earlier.
old are you?
Wow, that quick. Do you remember my age?
No, I remember it, but I'm just asking you like
38.
38.
yeah, that's right.
But she said it questionable, like 38.
30. Looking at me like
I
so you're
think-
38.
no.
So if you were born 10 years ago, how old would you be today?
If I was born 10 years ago,
How old would you be today?
pues no sé qué fecha estamos.
So so what's your answer?
Well, the common answer would be 10, but I'm thinking it's not. Because it's a trick question.
It is a trick question.
So I'm mind
So if you were born 10 years ago, how old would you be today?
If I was born 10 years ago, how old would I be today? I don't know.
I asked her the same thing and she was like lost. Y eso que le dije la
Yeah,
answer
'cause-
and the second time again.
So the thing about it is the way you're saying it is throwing me off.
And it's supposed to be.
Yeah, so I'm not sure of it.
Yeah, because the reason why it throws you off is because I asked for your age first. And then I tell you, if you were born 10 years ago, how old would you be today?
10. No? If I was born 10 years ago. Pues no sé, güey.
You're close. You'll be 9 because, you know, when you're born, you're 0.
Oh, you're not counting
Yeah,
the
you're
9
0.
months pregnancy.
It's just a little funny section I wanted to throw in there. I need to have more, though. Like, those are like quick little ones.
That's a good one. That one had me.
Yeah, I can see.
It got me too.
You use it. I know I got her like twice, too.
I think that should be. Well, now you can't do it because you used it, but that would be a good one to do on your people.
Yeah, no, I'll have like more. I just need to load them up. I have more. I just didn't write them down. Like I forget about them, you know. Especially right now at the spot. Like I should have them, but I don't. But
It's like a question: if you fell right now, what would hit the floor first?
Depende si cae de perrito. Your hands.
Yeah.
What's the first thing you do when you're falling? Put your hands.
Putting your hands down. Yeah.
So it's your hands.
There you go. It's a thing that you're like, oh well, am I gonna get knocked out?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like we don't know.
Yeah.
But usually the common thing is your hands.
Exactly.
So we'll run with that.
I don't know. I think. What else can we go with? Do you have anything that you want to know?
I asked pretty much everything.
Okay. I do have other ones here. How do you deal with haters or hate?
I ignore them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the best thing to do.
One thing about my page, I don't acknowledge negativity. If you guys really sit there and get on my Instagram, you will never see one post that is about anybody that's negative. Mm-hmm. You'll never see me post something and be in a negative attitude. Mm-hmm. You'll never see me out there glorifying haters. Or I did in the beginning and like I'm going like 10 years back. Like I was so caught up with the haters that I bought like over 20 hats that said I love haters and just a whole bunch of things. And I would acknowledge them. And then I just had to sit there and be like, why am I giving them so much credit to my life? You know, they don't deserve any type of credit in what I'm doing in my life. You know, I'm not going to do something successful and be like, oh, shout out to all my haters that didn't believe in me. No, the best revenge for anybody is success.
Exactly.
And I don't like to acknowledge them because if you acknowledge them, they're going to be like, oh, he's watching us.
Yeah.
Oh, he read my last comment.
Or I'm getting to him. Getting to his head.
You know, and like I said, I'm always in a good mood, even when I'm not, you know. I've had misunderstandings before, but nothing that I couldn't sit there and couldn't dissect and be like, hey, you know what, I messed up. Because something about me is I hate to apologize. And nada machista ni nada así. It's just I like, and my wife knows this when I say this, is I don't apologize because I speak with my heart. Mm-hmm. And when you speak with your heart, you never apologize for what you said because you meant it.
Yeah.
Anything that comes from your heart is you mean. Now, if you speak with your mouth, you're going to spend your entire life apologizing because when you speak with your mouth and your mouth only, you will say things you don't mean. You will say things that will have you saying, oh, man, you know what, bro, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say it. Yeah. But when you speak with your heart, you'll find yourself apologizing almost never. You know, and I like to carry myself like that, you know? So, like for me to really acknowledge somebody that's being really negative towards me is I don't see myself doing that because they shouldn't have me on their level like that. Yeah. You know, there's no reason why he should be able to pull me down from up here and have me right by his side and me acknowledging him, you know. Mm-hmm. They're not worth our time. You know? Exactly. You know, giving them some of your time is worse than misspending money, you know what I mean? Like, because the worst thing that you can waste in life is time. Yeah. So why give them time that's limited to us, you know, in this world, to acknowledge them. You know, like nah.
Because that's actually, to me, it feels like that's what they want.
Oh, definitely.
That's what they want.
Not everybody likes their burpee. Not everybody likes burpee. You know, they're always like, "Oh, that guy's annoying." Like people are like, "Why'd you go private?" Well, because I'm at the point in life where I don't want to waste my because no matter how much we say, "Oh, it doesn't phase us," some things do phase us. You know, and it'll put you in a little slump. You know, if you're weak minded, it's gonna get you like, oh man, he said I'm fat. Like, oh man,
That's true.
He just said my truck is a stupid color. Like all that will affect people. Like me, it's like it's okay. You didn't even pitch in on it. What are you worried about? What color my truck is? You know, like I believe in just moving forward in life. You know, that's why I always say, puro para adelante, nada para atrás. Para atrás ni para agarrar vuelo. Exactly. You know, like if they're watching your back, then keep them back there. You know, and I don't like to acknowledge them so much, but they know who they are. And for this one time, shout out to all them haters out there. You know, so, shout out. Yeah, so
on a positive note,
but I guess we gave you a little bit. We gave them a little bit time on this segment.
They got a little shine. Guys. They got a little shine.
Yeah, so go ahead and turn around and be like, look at those are hating on them. Yeah, sauce to you, bro. 2 times.
There you go. Another thing I was gonna ask you, I had asked Losa también, because it's like in the popularity type of note, like for example, how you said you when little kids come up to you and all that, or anybody, you know, like adults or whatever, when they come up to you, like, so what I want to say is like, do you feel like you're famous? Like have you had your famous moments where like they come and like, oh, I want to take a picture with you? And
I have that
autographs.
a lot to every truck scene that I go, but I don't feel famous. And they always tell me like, oh, the famous guy, but it's not. Famous to me is like something that doesn't exist. Like for real. Like I really mean this when I say this. Like I don't feel like I'm better than anybody, and I don't feel like because I got so many followers on Instagram, I'm better than anybody, or they think like, hey, you know, let me take a picture with you. Or, hey, because I have people telling me like, hey, bro, is it cool we could take a picture? Like, come on, bro. Like, why you even ask? Like, come on, bro, pull up. You know, like I'm just like you. Somos de carne y hueso. Yeah. You know, you wake up every morning and go to work just like me. And so does everybody else, you know, like anybody that feels like they're famous in any type of way, well, good for them. Good for them. I don't think I'm there, and I don't think I'll ever be there, only because I know how it feels to come from the bottom to the top. I'm not saying I'm at the top, but I'm saying that I'm a lot further than what I was yesterday. But for me to say that I feel famous, no. But I'm very, very, very grateful for the love that everybody shows me. Like, it's amazing. Like it's amazing. Like to know that people come to you and they're like, hey, you know, you got a nice truck. Or, hey, bro, no eres nada como que pensamos. Because a lot of people have told me, like, hey, man, I was kind of nervous to come talk to you because, you know, you kind of look intimidating, or you look. I even had people like, hey, you look cocky. Like, no, nada de eso, bro. Me faltas el respeto, cabrón. But I'm blessed enough to say that I have a mindset to where I don't feel like I'm famous, because there's people I know that get intros or they get belly wheels and they feel like they're better than somebody because of the rims they got on their truck. They even start walking a little different, you know. They jump out of their truck a certain way, you know. Yeah. Like, I don't let any of that affect me. I just try to keep pushing forward, and I'm grateful for everybody that shows me love. I'm grateful for even the people that don't show me love. You know, I'm grateful for everything, the good and the bad, because you know, you can't have one without the other. But going back to that, I've never felt like to where I'm famous, or I've never felt that I have something coming to me when I go to a show. I always try to pay for everything. I never take anything for free because I don't want to feel obligated like I owe anybody anything. Yeah. But I'm truly grateful for the love and the support people show me, man. Like, it's awesome. Yeah. It's awesome. And my thing. And
you're a great person. I mean, me, I see you like, I like how you're always happy, you know, and you're like, your good vibes. your positive vibes, like I feel like they like you bounce them to me, you know, like when I see you
it's
like out there.
contagious.
Yeah, there you go. That's what I there.
It's contagious, and that's why I always try to carry this attitude and these vibes wherever I go. Like, we have enough negativity in this world, and I'm the type of person that will be crying inside, but still try to hype you up and keep you. Like, I've had moments where I've tried to hype people out and try to make them feel better when I'm feeling like shit inside.
Yeah.
You know, but I believe that I'm here, not here in this world like to change anything, but I'm truly at a mindset where it's like, spread the good vibes if you can do it. Like you said, like I have a lot of people who's like, your vibes, you're contagious. So now you imagine if I walked in here negative.
Yeah.
Or exactly. You imagine me being a person that's always like, oh, I have to do this again, or like, why me? I probably wouldn't be sitting on this couch. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the thing is to bring the best out of everybody, even myself. Like, some people are like, oh, your vibes, but you bring those vibes out of me. You know, because all your surroundings will be your vibes. Your surroundings can determine what type of person you're going to be that day. Mm-hmm. You know, because even when I was in prison, I was like this. And people would be like, bro, like you're a grown-ass man, act right. Like, chill, bro. Like, I'm not even in your space. Why you? No, I could hear you across the room. How? I mean, I'm talking. I'm having a conversation. I'm laughing. Like, what do you want me to do? Sit here and do my time miserably? Yeah. Like, no, I'm trying to make the best of what I got. You know what I mean? And even out here, people be like, man, here comes that annoying ass dude. Que buenos días to you and to you and to you. But that's just 2%.
Yeah.
You know, we got a whole 98% out here rooting and cheering for you. Yeah. So let's keep those good vibes going, you know. And going back to something that I was taught a long time ago, and I'll share it with you guys is your day will determine like this. 95% is based on your attitude. 5% is going to be how you react to someone else's attitude. So if you got 95% of straight positivity about, I'm going to get it, you know, like, let's go, oh my goodness, oh my God, to someone going to be like, bro, what are you doing? Stop, bro, that's annoying. You're going to let him ruin your 95%? Because I righteously believe it's 95% on your attitude and 5% how you're going to react to someone else's.
Yeah.
True. You know what I mean? That's the way I look at it. Like, I run into negative people all the time, you know, but I'm not going to let that affect me. You know, unless it's like physical on y que me partan el hocico y que sassy.
Yeah.
Like, oh, damn, okay, I'm sorry, bro. Like, like, okay, I'm going to go cry in the car now. But that's my thing. That's my thing, and I like to share it with everybody because some of us don't know that, you know, and some of us need to hear a few things that we've been saying, and just so they can look out a different window, because a lot of us wake up looking through that same window every day, and we have that same sight, but there's a lot to life than just one point of view.
Exactly. You know? I like that you spread that. On a positive, I mean, on a negative note, we have to end the podcast here. I mean, I want to thank you, Burpee, for coming.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you guys for having me. Most definitely, man. Like,
a lot of people definitely saw something that they don't. Maybe, hopefully, they see something that they didn't know about you and understands you. Maybe in a good way. Well, yeah. Hopefully.
Well, I mean, I just want people to understand that there's a lot to our personalities that they see now, and that's our struggles.
Yeah.
You know, it's about, I righteously believe we are who we are because of what we've been through. You know what I mean? And they all have to understand that, you know, like, don't let social media get you guys. Like, not everything is perfect the way you see it. Not everybody's balling.
Like, a lot of young kids, that's what they think.
Not everybody's living their best life, you know?
It doesn't work that way.
It doesn't work that way. Once that record stops, you know, reality hits.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't care if you got the most money or the least of the money, but we all have our struggles, you know? We all are battling our own struggles, and
it's
we
okay.
all gotta
It's part of
ourselves.
life.
It is. Like I say, guys, if life was easy, it would be boring.
Exactly.
You know, so Thank you guys for having me, man. It was awesome being able to conversate with you guys. I mean, we had our laughs. You guys made me cry, you know.
We had it all.
You guys made me almost talk about what I spent on my trucks.
Damn.
You know, it was fun.
No, I just said on going back to that, because a lot of kids, I'm sure, like youngsters, they look up to you.
Yeah.
So they can get like an approximate amount of how much they gotta save.
Or how much does it take?
Or how much.
No, yeah,
you know?
I agree with that. Everybody spends different, and everybody's pockets are different, you know. Some are deeper than others. But like I said, it's not about the money you got, it's the people you know.
Yeah.
You know, do your research on it, guys.
So that's the key. Do your research.
Do the research on the shops that you're about to take your trucks to.
Exactly. Always.
But man, most definitely, it was awesome being here. I wish you guys much success, and I hope you guys blow up, and then I'll be like, man, I was on that show,
I
bro.
was right there.
I was on that show. Y'all
And we'll bring you back too, and we'll bring you back.
Y ahora ni me contesta, güey, nomás me hizo llorar.
Kids will be like those,
That'll be like on replay all the time. Burpee crying.
Yeah, for
Like your
real.
memes?
Yeah.
All those memes that you be posting?
I only cry when the Cowboys lose.
But thank you so much for coming. I enjoyed today's podcast. Y hopefully to get you here again in the future, como digo, like hopefully a year from now.
Hopefully we're all, in the future, we're still doing good. We're all being blessed. And when I say that, we're all still living here.
Yes, sir.
We're all still pushing forward and not giving up in this battle that we all consistently wake up to.
Exactly. Yeah. Okay, pues, entonces, thank you so much, everybody, for coming and listening and viewing the podcast. Like always, I'm gonna always try to have the video and audio come out either Monday or Tuesday. Both either day, it'll be audio first in the morning, and then premiere for about 5:30 or 6 o'clock for video. So same day. That way, in case you're driving in the morning, they could listen to it later on when you get home. You want to watch it again? It'll be on YouTube, and it'll be on grafxbynando vlogs. I'll put the link below. Creo que sí. Make sure you follow Sir Burpee and Prisma. Right? Y me.
Y puro pinche para adelante, nada para atrás.
Yes,
Ánimo,
sir.
culitos.
Ánimo. Thank you, guys.
Not bad. You made it easy because you can talk.
Yeah, for
That
real.
made it easy.
I
show
get
was
that a
you.
lot. I get that a lot. Like,
Yeah.
like, bro, you.
Like a natural.
You could talk. Like.
I can talk a lot of shit, but.
I know that's why it's kind of hard to be on here because I know you could only say certain things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's yo soy bien mal hablado, like I have to catch myself.
That's what I told them. Like, oh my god, I gotta work my.
No, but I mean, if there's cuss words,
But it was
my show, I want it to be like, if there's
just
gonna be,
normal.
pues que salga, Pero other than that,
Te Gusta Al Podcast.
A mí no me gusta, a mí me gusta.